Hey, did you know that pain isn't entirely real? So, pain, we used to think that there were nerves in our body that were pain nerves and that they sent those messages up to the brain. So we stood on a nail and a pain nerve in our foot went bing, sent a message up to our brain, and that's how we experienced pain. There's no such thing as a pain nerve. What we have are nerves that are sensitive to hot and cold. We have mechanoreceptors, which are sensitive to mechanical pressure. We have nerves that are sensitive to other forms of stimulation, like vibration, for example. But pain, no matter where it is felt in your body, is generated entirely by your brain. So in the same way as when we experience hunger, it's not because there's hunger nerves in our tummy that are producing hunger pains. It's because the stomach sends messages up to our brain and it says, hey, and the brain processes those messages and says, I'm hungry, so we go and get something to eat. So the body sends signals to the brain and the brain then tells us what we need to do about it. So it receives messages from your stomach and it says, I need to go and get something to eat. It receives other messages that say, I'm thirsty. It receives other messages that say, I'm tired, I need to go and have a lie down. And it's the same with pain. It receives messages from our body, the brain processes those messages, looks at everything else that's going on in our environment as well to say, hey, how much danger am I in here? And do I need to be really worried about this? Yes, potentially if there's something massive going on, if you're standing on some train tracks and there's a train coming towards you at, 100 miles an hour, however fast the train goes, your brain is going to go, oh my gosh, I need to get out of here, I'm in imminent danger, in which case you're probably not going to notice that you've just stood on a nail. However, if you're at home, you're walking around barefoot in your home environment, you're nice and relaxed, and you stand on a nail, it's going to blooming hurt, because your brain is going to go, hang on, I thought I was safe here, I'm at home, what's happened there? So our brain looks at what's going on in our environment before it determines if we should experience pain or not. Now, you're probably thinking, as most of my patients do, and I get asked this, am I saying that you're making it up? No, I'm not. And no health professional should ever, or hopefully would ever, say that, because you're not. Pain is very, very, very real, but it is generated by the brain. Not in terms of the brain just making things up, but in terms of your brain processing those signals. It's why some pain is really, really horrible, and other pain, we don't know about it until you look down and you go, I've cut my arm. What happened there? So when we are talking about pain and we talk about the interventions that we need to utilize in treatment to help you get better, i.e. patient education measures, cognitive behavioral techniques that can help with pain. The reason why we're doing that is because we want to teach your brain about the pain that you're receiving, or the pain messages that are coming up, the signals that are coming up from your body, and the pain messages that your brain is processing. That's what we want to work on, because we want your brain to be able to recognize and say, this isn't something that I need to worry about. This is something that I know will get better if I just keep active, keep pottering around, versus, oh my gosh, my back is twinging and it's uncomfortable. I should be really frightened. I need to go and lie down and do nothing for a week. So this is why we have to do a lot of work when somebody has had persistent pain, or they've had pain that's been ongoing for a while. This is why the treatment program has to include some pain management and some pain education techniques, because we need to teach your brain about what's going on as well. It's not just enough to treat the physical problems, we have to treat the way that your brain is processing those messages as well. And one of the best ways that we can do that is with education. So don't be surprised if you get some resources from us on pain education, if we talk a little bit more about how pain is generated. And the reason why we're doing that is because the research shows that's really effective. It shows that the more you understand what's going on, the better you're able to control and cope with it. So I hope that's been really helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more tips on managing back pain.